Well, construction is about to start on local interstates.
This time it's for the largest project in the history of VDOT. The agency is preparing to add lanes to I-64 and build a new high-rise bridge in Chesapeake. Tonight, VDOT held an open house where residents could learn more about the changes in store. Robert Boyd has the story.
Well, as you can see from this timeline, this project has been years in the making, and now they're set to begin construction next month. Tonight, we spoke with residents who say it's about time. They need some relief from all the congestion and traffic. An average of 80,000 vehicles cross the high-rise bridge every day. Bobby Howe is often driving one of them.
I mean, right now, 64 has got a terrible backup all the time at the high-rise bridge. So, I mean, hopefully it won't get worse, it'll get better.
Howe was one of many residents at Deep Creek High School Wednesday, eager to hear VDOT's plans for what will be a historic $550 million project.
This is the biggest design-build project that VDOT has ever done right now, to date.
The project consists of building a new 100-foot high-rise bridge, which will run alongside the already existing 65-foot bridge.
It's going to carry all the direction toward Virginia Beach. The existing bridge is going to be converted to carry all the traffic going towards Suffolk.
The project will also add one lane in each direction over a 9-mile stretch, expanding the corridor from 4 to 6 full-time travel lanes.
Oh, we've needed this for a long time. I think Tidewater is behind on all of their projects.
Residents say it feels like they've lost years of their lives waiting in traffic on this stretch of highway.
It's always backed up at the foot of that bridge all the time. And it's got a lot of merging there coming in. It's a big problem. These extra lanes, it should help us out.
But not everyone left the meeting satisfied.
It's a very big project. It's very costly. And, you know, why are we doing this?
Patty York doesn't understand why the new bridge is 35 feet taller than the original. VDOT says it's so ships can move underneath without putting in a lift. Eventually, the future plan is to replace the original bridge with another 100-footer.
I do have a fear of heights, and so if they just keep rising the height of these bridges, I'm not going over it.
The current project is expected to be complete by the year 2021. In Chesapeake, Robert Boyd, 13 News Now.
VDOT broke ground on the expansion project back in January. You can read much more about the project. We have a link to the information. Just look for this story on our homepage.